Hey, so I'm new to this vlogging thing. If you're new to my page and you don't know me, my name is Shaquaya. Most people who know me call me Quaya. I am a mother of two. I'm a teacher at the public school system here in Pittsburgh. Hey, Stillers. And I have been wanting to start a vlog for a long time. So I went natural, I think about 5 years ago. I did a big chop, got all my hair off, low, like a boy. And that was just a really freeing moment for me. So when I did that, of course, I had to go to YouTube and figure out like what to do with my hair now that I'm natural, and it started growing back, and I was like, what is going on? So that's when I started looking at different YouTubers and reading different blogs and seeing different vlogs, and I was like, hey, I could do that, right? Like I could get on here and talk and do this hair thing. And then I was like, I don't really know if I want it to be like hair based. Like I feel like there were so many YouTube channels out there that were like, oh, natural hair, this is how you do this, and tutorials and everything like that. And I was like, I don't really know if I want to do that. So I slept on the idea for years. Recently it has started to come back to me, and I was like, I really want to try my hand at this vlogging. So I'm like, well, what should I do? I'm a spiritual woman. I'm a Christian woman of God. So I just started to like pray on it. Like, okay, God, if you gave me this idea and I keep coming back to this, maybe it means something. So you tell me what direction I'm supposed to go in, how I'm supposed to do this. And I just started thinking about everything that I have gone through in the past, I would say maybe a year or so. And I was like, a lot has happened and a lot has transpired. And I've always considered myself to be transparent. Sometimes I could be too transparent, and I might self-disclose too much, but only with like my friends and like people that I know and I trust. I tend to tell my friends and those closest to me like everything that happens, like step by step by step. So I was like, being transparent is something that I'm kind of easy at. And I also just feel like sometimes we need to hear stories from those who have gone through things similar to us, and we don't always want advice or want them to fix it, but sometimes it's enough to know like I've been there before and I got out and God brought me out, and you too can come out of whatever situation that you are in. So I started thinking about that. And I was still sleeping on the idea, and I was like, I don't know, because if I put everything out there, like people are going to judge me, people are going to criticize me. Like I really opened myself up to a lot, and this is like my personal business and my life experiences. So I didn't really know if I wanted to do that. And I still felt God like nudging me, like, you got to do it. And this past Sunday in church was such confirmation. My spiritual mother spoke, and the title of her message was Just Share Your Experience. And as soon as she said it, I was like, okay, God, you real slick. I see what you're doing here, so I'm gonna pay attention. I see what you're doing. And after she had preached, and I was already feeling like that was for me, that was confirmation, I need to start this, she pulled me to the side and just started to tell me how people need to hear my story, and how my testimony is powerful, and how I've been able to push through the pain, and I've been able to get through all the different attacks, and I've been able to reach different realms, and how that is what's going to help me and maybe help someone else. And I remember sharing with one of my friends, like, I want to start a vlog, I want to write a book, and I'm afraid. I'm afraid of putting myself out there and failing. I'm afraid what people will say, what people will think. And she was like, Quaya, don't worry about being like a New York bestselling author or world-renowned author or a famous vlogger. Just share your story. And as long as it helps you and one other person, then you've done your job. And I was like, you're right. Like, why am I worried about what everybody else is going to think or what everybody else is going to say? Like, this is for me. This is a part of my journey as I heal and restore myself and get back to being Shaquaya and being who God has called me to be, because I have fallen off for some years, and I'll get into that as I continue to vlog and continue to share my story. But I really just wanted this first video to be like an introduction and an opening up as to why I did this. And some of you might be like, what is Quay about to talk about? What is she about to say? But I promise won't be anything too crazy. Just really sharing my story, sharing my testimony, hoping that someone can relate, hoping that this, I'm not going to say I hope, because I really don't know where God is taking me with this or what his plans are, but I know that I needed to start, and this is a start at least. So I titled this Thinking Out Loud because that's kind of what I'm doing. It's not like scripted. I didn't even write anything down for this first one. I just was like, I'm just going to talk and just let it go. So it's just called Thinking Out Loud. I kind of wrestle back and forth with thinking out loud and healing heart, because I do feel like my heart is going through the process of healing. But I decided with thinking out loud because that's really kind of what I'm doing. I'm just letting my thoughts just come out as they come to me. Y'all are getting it too. So that's really it. And hopefully this can help me. Hopefully this can help one other person. If you have any questions, I guess you can comment. Please like and subscribe. And even if I only have one little view or one little subscriber, that's okay too. I'll just continue to record, and we never know what might happen. So that's all. This is day one. More to come. Thanks for watching. Bye.